Welcome to another edition of the Tom Greene Show. This week, it's Championship Sunday. How fast the NFL season has flown. How about that?
No, it's gone way too fast, I feel like, but another year comes, I guess. It's a good thing about it.
And after 4 weeks off, I guess, Cole Martins, our NFL analyst, is back. Welcome back to the show, Cole. It's been different.
Oh, yeah. We gotta do that.
Been trying to get some people on the show, and it just hasn't gone through, but we got Cole on this show this time. So, have you watched a lot of the playoffs?
I watched every one. I haven't missed a game yet.
And what do you think so far?
So far, I think it's been pretty interesting. It's been some surprises, some teams following through, and it's been good so far.
You know, I started the wild card pick. I went 1-3, and I was thinking, oh geez, I don't know if I'm going to get another game right this playoffs. And then all of a sudden, I'm on a 4-game streak right now, back to respectability. And if you watched my divisional playoff show, this is how I picked the games. So I feel like a genius coming to this chair today, which I should be. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with the early game on Championship Sunday. Do you have the day off?
Yes, I do.
So do I. Thank God.
I made sure of that.
So did I. No way I was missing this. We got the AFC Championship, which Cole has been excited for months now.
Well, say a week because we didn't know what's going to happen for then, but...
He knew.
Inside, I feel like I knew.
Denver against the New England Patriots.
And this one is going to be one great game as once again Manning and Brady are playing each other for the 15th time in their careers.
And finally, it's not in Foxborough.
I know. What's up with that? I don't like that part, but yeah, these two players, I'd say, are just all on each other. Even though Brady has a 10-4 record over Manning, and Brady's also 2-1 in the playoffs against Manning. These two teams are really good. One team is actually struggling with injuries. The other team is just stacked now all of a sudden again, with all their players coming back from injury. And with Brady now, last week, if you watched it last week, the running game was incredible. I was shocked about that one, that they could run the ball that well. As Blunt, I feel like he has going to be a good pickup at the beginning of the season, but I didn't think it would be that great after a 164-yard game, and I think it was 4 touchdowns he had in that one.
You know, I'm on the NFL.com Fantasy Playoff Challenge, and just before the Patriots game, I picked up with Garrett Blunt.
Oh, nice. That was a good pick then.
And I'm like, dude!
Yeah, I was surprised if anybody was going to run, it would be him to run that many yards. I kept an eye on him a little bit, but I didn't think he'd have over 150 yards in a game and that many touchdowns. And seeing Brady not throw a touchdown that entire game really shocked me because they're known for passing, so... And then you have Denver last week, who came off a pretty good win against San Diego, who I thought was actually going to come back to the end of the game. It seemed like they're going to have another Ravens game all over again, but Denver held on and they got the win, and now they will be hosting the Patriots this week in the championship game. And the Patriots coming in this one, they also have some luck on their side, because when they are predicted to lose by...
luck?
Because
they beat Andrew Luck.
Yeah, that's good, and I got that one. Good point. But all the times they've been predicted to lose by over 5 points in Vegas, Brady is 3-0 against those odds. So that is looking pretty good for the Patriots way right there.
That's true. Keep going.
Now, for the picks for this one, this is how I look at it. You have a team who has 2 Super Bowls on their side.
Oh,
another team
he came prepared.
Who has 3 on their side. Now, looking at both these teams, I am a big fan of both these teams. I have been a big fan of almost my entire life of both these teams. If you watch this show enough, you're thinking, this guy's going to pick this team right here. Well, I'm not. I'm going Denver in this one. I feel like Denver has a better team. I just feel like Peyton is going to have a great game against this New England defense, and I just can't see the Patriots taking this one in Denver. I have the Broncos winning 35-31. It hurts. This hurts. I can't do that much.
I have a feeling it does hurt.
It hurts a little bit, but I have to go with my heart on this one. I feel like Broncos are the better team. Sorry, guys.
You know, both teams are. I guess I'm gonna sound like Joe Buck when I say this, but this is one of the real times where the two best teams in the AFC meet up in the AFC championship game. Because remember last year, the Ravens were clearly not the best.
Yeah, usually we see those 6th or 5th seeds coming in there out of nowhere.
And in the wild card, I had last year I picked 2 5 seeds and only a 5 and a 6 came out of the wild card, but that was it. We have San Francisco in the other one, but give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab something real quick. Why don't you entertain the crowd for 30 seconds?
I just entertain the. Okay. Well, I guess I'll talk more. I don't know what. So this game, of course, Peyton Manning and Brady. This is a big game for both those guys. Like I said earlier, 15 meetings between them. I think he's grabbing his laundry in case anyone wants to think about that, or he's doing something. I don't know. But this is going to be a great game for if you haven't watched it. It's on CBS. If you want to make sure you watch it. He's got some sort of autograph. I don't know what this is.
I do.
Alright.
One of the biggest Broncos fans that I know gave me one of her signed photos. Semi-pro golfer, Blair O'Neill. And she called me her biggest fan. How about that? Shout out to Blair. Thank you very much. And because of that, give me that hat. And because Peyton is the bomb, I'm picking the Broncos. 28-24. Ever since week 1, if you remember, I picked Denver to go to the Super Bowl.
I have two. I thought Denver was going to be the Super Bowl all year long, and I can't go away from it now.
You know, a lot of people picked Houston and Atlanta to be in the Super Bowl, and they had in week 1, their reasons were justified because Houston had the same talent with a couple draft picks, and Atlanta, of course, brought in Steven Jackson. Obviously, that didn't work out.
Well, for Atlanta, it kind of hurt them because of their 2 receivers getting knocked out pretty much early in the season. So,
but I'm picking the Broncos. I'm picking the Orange Woman Crush to beat the Pats. Get that? Get that? Orange Woman Crush.
yeah.
The Orange Crush. How about that? So, Denver will be in the Super Bowl. Our last game, Seattle against San Francisco.
Well, here's another great game, a division matchup in this one, which will be quite an interesting game to make it. And 49ers coming in this game, huge momentum as they began the season a horrible way, starting off 1-2, and came to the playoffs just playing outstanding, and now they have a chance for the conference championship again this year, and their second Super Bowl appearance in a row. But they're going to Seattle, who has a 12th man, which is a very scary place, as if you watch the game when Marshawn Lynch ran in the end zone last week, they actually got an earthquake from it. And they are a scary team.
That is loud.
Yeah, that's very loud. I don't know. Can't imagine their ears after that moment. But that going there is one of the, I'd say, the hardest thing to do in probably maybe professional sports, to play in that stadium and not being able to hear. I mean, these guys have been practicing all week, trying to get signals called with their hands and try to make sure they don't have to yell out anything. And even the Seattle team has been practicing that because they know it's going to be louder this Sunday. Because this is a huge game for Seattle as they're trying to get back to the Super Bowl for the first time in about 8 years now when they played Pittsburgh.
Ever since the bus rolled all over them in Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Super Bowl 40.
Sorry,
Seahawks fans.
49ers got rolled over last year too, so they can feel bad. I'll make them feel equal for you guys in Seattle. Then again, another battle that I'm looking at in this game as well is the battle between Wilson and Kaepernick, who 2 young quarterbacks who, like they're saying, these two are starting to have a great rivalry, like the Peyton and Brady rivalry. So that's going to be something interesting to look at in this game, as well as both quarterbacks, I believe, are pretty good quarterbacks and could have a great career. I'm not saying a Hall of Fame career yet because you don't know what could happen in the future. But both these stars, both running quarterbacks, both have a chance to make a great accomplishment into their careers again here this week. This one, it's going to be a close game, I believe. And I believe I'm going to go with the 49ers. I'm just joking with you guys. I'm going to the 49ers. Are you kidding me? They're in Seattle.
Sorry, Kukla.
God, yeah, sorry about that, man. But you're in Seattle. I can't even hear myself listen to it on TV. I got to go with the Seahawks in this one. They're going to fly high. If you catch my drift, Broncos, Seattle,
Yes.
Super Bowl. And they're going to win this one. I'm going to say 24-21.
You know, it will probably be the loudest ever recorded in history in Seattle.
Especially if they win the game, it's going to be very, very loud.
Yes. If you are in the city of Seattle on Sunday, the best place you want to be is at the stadium, because anywhere else, and you will get rocked. Win or loss. If you don't have tickets to this game and you want to watch this from home and you live in Seattle, go over to Olympia or somewhere outside of Washington, because there will be an earthquake inside CenturyLink Field and outside the city of Seattle, and who knows, maybe even Australia might feel this earthquake, because it will be loud as ever. But let's see here. I picked like I said, in week 1, I picked Denver and Seattle to be in the Super Bowl. And if I can find an empty piece of paper here. And I'm going with them. 31-10.
Oh, wow.
Seattle will dominate this game. I see. Now, people have every reason to think why San Francisco might win this game, but this game is in Seattle. If this were on a neutral field, I almost think San Francisco wins this game.
I think San Francisco would win if it was on a neutral field,
but this is in Seattle. You know what's in Seattle? Washington Huskies, Hope Solo, Pete Carroll, the best coffee ever, and the 12th man. And Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
There you go. Okay, I was going to say, there's one more missing there.
The Seahawks will win this game and will advance to the Super Bowl. So just like I said in week 1, Denver and Seattle will play for this year's Super Bowl. I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right. We'll see you in 2 weeks or a week for the Super Bowl show.
One of the two.
We hope you enjoyed. And Adam, Dustin, one last thing. Adam Dustin will be coming back next week to film after a long hiatus. He picked New England and Seattle. If you remember, Adam Dustin has been on this show quite a bit, and he'll be back.
I think someone picked New England. That makes me feel a little better.
But I can't let my lady down, and I can't let the 12th man down. Denver and Seattle in the Super Bowl. We'll see you soon.
Don't worry, I'm not letting her down either.